A football game will be played this Sunday in Las Vegas as Daniel Jones and the New York Giants fly down to Allegiant Stadium to play the Jimmy Garoppolo and the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sure they will be flying Delta, not Allegiant. Obviously, don't want to support the opposing brand. But in general, though, a football game will be played today. And, yeah, I just think I did mention Daniel Jones. He is cleared to play. It looks like he will be returning for this week 9 matchup here. We are recording this right after the Monday night game that the Las Vegas Raiders played. They did play football, and they lost to the Detroit Lions. The team just it's frustrating, too, just because of I do see Derek Carr playing well now, and you see this Raiders team, what it could have been. I'm sure Raiders fans are extremely frustrated about this as well. But Jimmy Garoppolo went 10 for 21 with 121 yards, a pick. Devontae Adams had 1 catch. Jacoby Myers, I believe, also only had 1 catch. Josh Jacobs led the receiving room with 27 yards. He had 15 carries of 61 yards. Actually, not horrible rushing the ball in general, but they were only able to run the ball 18 times because they were down. It was just a horrible performance, just in general, by the Raiders team. And they're going up against a Giants team who I think has only played 1 good half of football this entire season. That was against the Cardinals. So, sorry, I just started kind of going into the game recap and then just kind of ranting. But what I just feel like I'm venting the frustration for both these fan bases right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is not quite a toilet bowl, but like these two teams are reeling hard. The Raiders coming off back-to-back wins with the Packers and against the Packers and the Patriots, went into Chicago and just laid an absolute egg on the field, especially against a undrafted rookie quarterback in his first start. They did absolutely nothing in that game. And then come out tonight, they looked horrible again against the Lions. And it was a very poor performance. And so I'm really interested to kind of see where they go from here. Where does Josh McDaniels' future lie in Las Vegas? Put what you want to happen to Josh McDaniels down below in the comments. And that's in terms of his football career, not personally. Do you think he should?
YouTube. We're talking about his football career. Just saying.
Yeah.
Nobody watches this anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah. And so like that for me, like it's just really frustrating. And I think you look at key positions that you need to be successful. Wide receiver, quarterback, edge rusher, corner, left tackle are probably like the 5 key ones. Like that, if you really want to succeed, you have to have really good players at all of those spots. And it's like they have the receiver, they have the quarterback, they have the edge rusher. Their offensive line was really good as a unit last year, which kind of made up for their, I guess, lack of an elite left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, they struggled at corner, but then they go out, they trade Derek Carr, they have all these moving parts in the offseason for the Raiders, and it's just really frustrating. And because they had pieces in place. And then on the flip side of that, for the Giants, maybe they had a stroke of luck last year, but they have also been decimated with injuries. They haven't really been running the football nearly as well as they have been last year. And that receiving room is really young and new. They went out, they got Darren Waller. Jalen Hyatt was kind of expected to play a significant role. So, I guess that one is a little bit more excusable than the Raiders. But, yeah, both of these teams reeling pretty hard after, I think, back-to-back losses for both of them.
Well, the Giants won last.
Oh, they beat the Commanders. Sorry, they lost 4 straight. Beat the Commanders and then
they lost the Jets in overtime.
Which they should have beat the Jets. That was horrible.
They should have beat the Jets. But in general, though, there's both teams just not playing well, and so it is interesting to kind of see where these teams go from here. And I at this point in the season, I'm definitely thinking of just the offseason overall. And when look at the Giants, I would love to. They need to improve the offensive line as a whole by that first round. I don't really know where you go. I think maybe any side of the ball, and anything on the defensive side of the ball, best player available, depending on where you're drafting.
They took themselves out of the quarterback race for the Giants.
Oh yeah, by signing Daniel Jones.
Yeah, to that big extension. They're not really in the quarterback race.
Oh yeah, I could also see maybe another big receiver as well. If it gets horrible enough, and they keep on losing, maybe you're in the sweepstakes for Marvin Harrison. And so I think that would be crazy in New York. And so, but then on the Raiders side as well, I mean, you're 3-5, you're 2.5 games back, I believe. Sorry. No, sorry, 3 games back from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, 3 games back.
I was horrible math there. 3 games back now, and just not looking good, and on any really attempt to make a push to the wild card as well. Chargers are looking significantly better than the way that they're playing right now. So it's just going to be interesting to see what both teams need to do. I feel like they both need to address a lot, just in general. But then when it comes to this game, Ryan, what are your overall expectations? What do the Giants need to do to come away victorious here on the road, and what do the Raiders need to do to kind of hold serve when it comes to this playoff push?
For me, the Giants, they need to come out and establish the run. The Raiders giving up about 130 yards a game on the ground. And if they can slow this game down and just try to minimize as many mistakes as possible, I think they'll have a pretty good chance, because the Raiders, one of the more heavily penalized teams in the league, they struggle to consistently create offense. Jimmy G looked really bad on Monday Night Football. He had a couple throws that just were not even close to open receivers. The one throw to Devontae Adams down the left sideline was just like an atrocious throw. So anyways, like, come in and just play disciplined football. The Lions were able to get after Jimmy G a good bit too, so maybe try to put some pressure on Jimmy G. He typically kind of folds under that type of pressure. So it'll be interesting to watch. And then for the Raiders, I guess kind of the same thing. Daniel Jones coming back from that neck injury, probably going to be a little bit hesitant. This offensive line is missing both of its tackles, with Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal both out. So it's going to be interesting. Max Crosby should have a really good game. But yeah, what do I keep saying? It's going to be interesting.
This has been the most depressing NFL preview video ever we've just said.
These teams suck.
These teams are just not good at all.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, both tackles are out. This guy's going to have a good game. Better watch out.
Yeah.
It's just not a good game. Yeah, this is one I've tried to watch as much as I could during the multi-view on YouTube as well, and like be as well prepared as I could try to be. For our preview videos going in week and week out. I'll try and watch this game, but yeah, it's just not been good football. It's not even the fact that like they're just not good. Like the Cardinals, I could watch the Cardinals play, and they have a worse record than them. But man, at least they're playing hard. I feel like there's just unique different formations. They're going out, still making good plays. It's not having that talent on the field. These though, you're just like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah,
no. It's like, what's going on? It's so I don't know here, but if you're still with us here, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, also subscribe to the channel as well, and leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win this fun game against the Giants and the Raiders here. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that helped us reach our goal of 2,000 subs by Halloween. If you have not hit that subscribe button, also just help us continue to grow the channel. It's really appreciated. We love chit-chatting with you guys on our videos and just hearing your guys' thoughts. And Ryan, I want to throw it over to you here. Who do you have winning this game?
I'm going to go with the Raiders. The Giants, they just traded their star defensive tackle. I think was it Leonard Williams, I believe. So they just traded him, and both tackles are injured. Max Crosby's probably going to have a good game. And the Giants should be 0-4 on the road. They had one good half in Arizona. Other than that, they are 1-3. On the road. Raiders are 2-1 at home. Not that they have the best crowd there in Las Vegas. I think it's probably more just a familiarity for the players. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders. I just think they're the better bad team in this scenario.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Raiders as well. I think actually I was about to disagree with you there to go with the Giants just because, but then you said Leonard Williams. I forgot about that. And I think the thing that the Raiders are going to do, they're going to establish that run with Josh Jacobs. The one good thing from tonight's game is through 15 rushes. Jacobs did have 61 yards, over 4 yards carry and a touchdown. And he also then too led the team in receiving as well. So I think that they will be able to establish the run against this team. And then to your point, I think they'll be able to provide a bunch of pressure to Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. So being at home, I'm going to go with them also.
Yeah, I also think too the mentality once we start shipping players kind of the players that don't get shipped out are like, well, we're just kind of
let's start doing
here.
2024 mock drafts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who we getting coming in? So, it's going to be the probably least interesting game I think of the slate next week. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up here before
That's why we did it last.
Yeah, let's wrap this video up before these fan bases start coming after us. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Is it going to be the New York Giants? Is it going to be the Las Vegas Raiders? And other than that, we will see you guys next time.